All right, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's my
Oh,
birthday.
okay. Hi. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Zach.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
2 days from now, when we're recording this, is my birthday, so
Mm.
very
Ah.
close to it. Um, so a tradition we have on the channel the last few years is that our birthdays are kind of close. You know, mine's the end of August. This is the beginning of September. So we made a little sandwich, like a trilogy of birthday videos, where
Yeah.
it'll be my birthday video. Usually the gift exchange in the middle. We're not sure exactly or not this year what order it'll be, but in some order, my birthday video, a birthday gift exchange where we'll be giving each other birthday gifts, and then Alec's birthday video. And what I mean by our birthday videos is we literally get to pick whatever video we want to record for that week, and it's anything goes. But if it's something like you need to watch or read it in advance or play whatever, gotta give ourselves like a week's notice. So I didn't think of
Mm.
anything like that in advance. So this was kind of like a last minute idea. Um, what else is new? But it's kind of a random thing. It's not really related to me specifically or anything. It's like just like a Tarqaron thing. It's a fun little
Okay.
game. I don't know
Well,
how much content we'll get out of it, but this is an idea actually that I don't know how many other channels have done it in some way or form, but there's a Smash Bros. Ultimate channel called Luminosity where they did this
okay.
in some form, but I'm just altering it to be Tarkaron oriented. So it's essentially
Hmm.
call it something like a blind ranking.
Okay.
Essentially, you'll be given at random something we reviewed on Tarkaron, and we're
Okay.
gonna formulate a top five. And so, like, you'll get say you get a movie, you have to put it somewhere in the top five, without knowing what the next four things are gonna be. So you're trying to try to guess like what's gonna come, and hope that it's in the best position. And see, sometimes you get funny results of like this thing ends up above this other thing just because you're out of spots or whatever.
Okay.
But so we'll just do that. We'll do that. I don't really have there's no
Okay.
end goal there. It's just kind of do it for fun, you know. But I figure we use these paddles and we'll keep track on there so you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll just fill them in as we get them.
Okay. So number at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 then.
Mm-hmm.
Two. A
Yeah.
one.
Well, randomized for each of us, so we'll each have different lists, and then we could keep going for as long as we feel like it. You know, I have no idea if this will be
Okay.
interesting at all, but
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, we might as well experiment. Why not? That's the fun. That's
there's
the fun of
there's
stuff
other
stuff like
paddle
this. So,
things I definitely want to do in the future, but I figure we will do those anyway. So, like the whole this
yeah,
or
like
that,
like
and
like like
that.
using it like to yeah like. Ooh.
So I have my
The
spreadsheet
vapors.
where I've kept track of all of our reviews anyway, so I can just easily
Okay.
do a random number generator on that. I can
Cool.
actually include the movie we just reviewed as well, so
Oh, excellent. All right.
fully up to date. So this you'll get one thing, you have to place it somewhere on your top five. For your
Okay.
first top five. First up, you got The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
That goes number one easy, right?
No, no. I don't want to look. Here's the thing. I don't want to rank it too low because I could have something like I could
Weird
have something
stinker.
like really dreadful in there. So I don't like. I didn't really like The Greatest Showman, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen. We've reviewed a lot of terrible things on this channel, so I'm
Hmm.
going to put it. I'm gonna put it number. I'm gonna put it at number 4.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I am also including pretty much everything in this list, so
Okay, well,
um,
yeah, well,
so it doesn't
we'll
have to just be movies; it could be other things as well.
we'll risk it all.
Next up, you got Censor by Junji Ito, the manga.
Oh, okay, sure. Pretty good.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
Um,
it's a manga that's very like graphic, and it's like a horror manga, but very detailed and like often grotesque drawings.
yeah, it was like his like kind of spin on cosmic horror, which he doesn't do typically.
Hmm.
Um,
It's like the only book related thing we've even done on the channel, I think.
yeah, I'm gonna put that at 3.
Hmm.
Because I know there's stuff that we've definitely done. Because I think it's really good, but I think there's definitely been stuff that we have done that I would like more.
Gotta
That
have
might be
faith
showing
that it'll
up,
show
but
up.
very risky. Yeah.
The Mandalorian season 1. Hmm.
I think I'm gonna put that at number 1. I don't know if it'll get much better than
Okay.
that. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's a great. I know. I think you and I ranked season 2 more, which is interesting because like a lot of people criticize season 2 a lot because season 2 is basically just playing setup for all these other Disney Plus shows. Um, I still liked season 2 more. Sue me, I still liked it more. But season 1 was amazing. I think that in terms of if you were taking it as a standalone, season 1, pretty
Yeah.
great television.
Yeah.
So
So you have number 2 and number 5 left
number
open.
5. Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna have to go in one of these.
This is gonna be interesting.
Number 60. Okay, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, I like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so that's 2.
How do you feel about the rankings so far? Is it accurate?
I would say this is kind of accurate.
Oh yeah, hold it up. Hold it up for the camera, by the way, too.
Yeah, hold on. I will in a second here.
That's kind of how I intended it.
Okay, so we have
Hold
yeah,
it up
sorry.
while
So we
you're
get the
doing it.
Mandalorian season 1, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Censor. I might switch Censor and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think this is looking pretty good right now, though. It's gonna get wacky here. It might get real wacky here in the end because I know we've given stuff some really good reviews in the past.
Mhm.
So
So whatever this is definitively your least favorite
it's
of these
definitively
5.
that's right.
So your 5th spot will be uh, Birds of Prey.
Honestly, this honestly,
Is it a perfect run?
kinda, yeah,
Well,
kinda.
you probably would
I
put that
don't.
above Greatest
I would.
Showman, right?
I probably would put it above Greatest Showman, but I remember literally nothing about it, and I do remember the Greatest Showman pretty well.
So
So
yeah, there's your
that in of
first top
itself is like
5.
that works. Yeah. So I probably would swap these, but like I remember almost nothing about this movie other than Margot Robbie's hot. That's
Shit. All right, pretty good.
um
First round there.
yeah, that wasn't so bad. That was pretty good.
All
I
right,
played the odds okay there, I would say.
let's see what I get. All right. Viking warrior women. I just have to go
Great putting
number
his act.
5 on that.
Yeah, it was pretty. That was one of the worst things we've watched on the channel.
I didn't realize
Imagine we get Alien Origin show up though.
this marker's kind of fading. Yeah, I almost wanted to just make a bold prediction, make it number 4. It's like I know something worse. But Viking Warrior Women is like a Nat Geo thing, right? It's
It was
basically
awful.
like a TV special thing about. Oh yeah, I gotta hold it over here.
Mhm.
About Vikings and how the women, a lot of these warriors that we assume were men might just be women.
So the problem, as the problem is with most of these like kind of documentaries, is they came at it with a preconceived notion.
Mm-hmm.
Like they already made an assumption about something, and it was basically them. Let's look for things that support our thesis, rather than coming up with a proposition and just going where the evidence takes you, which is what a good researcher does. This is just like basically a puff piece, and I hated
Yeah.
it.
Well, and it just wasn't that
This is-
engaging anyway.
It wasn't. It was very boring altogether. Even if it agenda aside, it was a very boring documentary.
All right, next up I got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Ooh, pretty good. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Sorcerer's Stone.
I'm between a 2 and a 3 on that one. I think.
Okay. Okay.
It's like how
Fair.
how. I'll go 3.
Okay. It's a pretty magical movie, that first one.
I know. So this is a risky placement to be sure, because that leaves only a
Mm-hmm.
one more lower placement I can even have.
Yeah. I don't know.
Next up is Black Mirror season 3.
Season 3 is pretty good.
Season 3 was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking season 4 at first. So I was like, oh, that one's
Yeah.
pretty mixed. But season 3 was stellar. That was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
perhaps the best season.
That's our highest. I think that's our highest rated season. Yeah.
We'll go 2.
Been feeling it. We should watch a Black Mirror episode at some point.
I know.
It's been a little bit.
I know. So right now I have Black Mirror season 3 at number 2, Sorcerer's Stone number 3, and Viking Warrior Women at number 5. It's gonna
Yeah,
get
we got
hairy
2
now. I
more,
have
Zach.
1
We're
and 4
really-
open.
Yeah, that's.
Next up is Return to Hogwarts. The
That's.
whoops. Actually-
Whoops.
Actually, right now it fits right in at number 4. I'd say
I would think it would. Yeah.
it's right on par with.
Like, it was-
Sorcerer's
it's
Stone
good.
for what it is. Yeah.
It's pretty wonderful. Like, it's a nice. It's a wholesome reunion special, but it's like nice to see friendly faces again. And
That leaves
It's
me
very
with the
emotional, but-
opposite, where this will be my number 1, whatever it comes.
all right, Alien Origin, Zach.
Number 1 definitively is Black Mirror Bandersnatch. That's right.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I like how we randomly had 2 Black Mirror episodes in here. Bandersnatch, huh?
Biffed it right
Number
at
one
the
in
end.
what? You did.
My
That's very
favorite
unfortunate.
Bandersnatch. Yeah. But yeah, I was right to put Viking Warrior Women there. There was nothing I could do about that
Yeah.
because Bandersnatch is still better than that. So
It is still better than that. Agreed.
it's tough. But Bandersnatch, Black Mirror Season 3, Sorcerer's Stone, Return to Hogwarts, Viking Warrior Women.
I guess if you'd put Return to Hogwarts, if you're like, man, it's really emotional. The feels are really strong. It's number 1 in my heart.
Yeah.
Really, that would have fit better.
Okay. Let's see, next round for you.
Okay.
First up, you got Pinocchio 2022.
This is an easy number 5.
We both got the easy number 5 in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should have looked at what our scores were exactly for each of these. See if it actually lined up perfectly. Like,
Yeah. Probably, yeah. I think that's how I probably spelled Pinocchio wrong, but yeah.
it's correct.
Oh,
Full
okay,
points.
nice. Cool.
Next
Yeah,
up,
that's an easy. That movie was dog water. It was
next up
so
we
bad.
have Black Mirror Season 2.
Ooh, that's a really good season
It is really
of the
good.
show.
Hey, Mr. Monroe.
Hey, Monroe. Yeah, that's like the 1 week episode, and we joke about that a lot. It's still kind of fun. Boy, I think I'm gonna put that 2. Black Mirror Season 2.
Number 2, Black Mirror Season 2, Pinocchio 2022 at number 5. Next up, we got The Devil's Advocate, starring Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves.
Do I put this at 3 or 4? That's the real question here. Because it's not like terrible. It's just a weird movie. I think I'm putting that at 3.
Interesting. Well, I do want to actually take note of our of your scores as you do them now, just for
Okay,
curiosity.
okay.
Next up, Oppenheimer.
Number 1, baby. Easy.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy for you there.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty easy.
Which
All
means
right,
this one
cool.
will
Give
be
me
number
something.
4.
Give me something kind of
Something
not
between a
great.
Pinocchio and Devil's Advocate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Silence of the Lambs.
Nope, that doesn't work. Oh man, that's rough. I should have put Devil's Advocate at 4. it wouldn't have fit still because Silence of the Lambs is like up there with Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
So
that's true. But would have been better. Yeah, I probably would
yeah,
have
it would have
gone
been
for Devil's Advocate as
good.
well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you have it, yeah, your number 1 you gave a 9.5. Number 2 you
Hmm.
gave 8.5. Number 3 you gave 7.5. Number 4 you gave 9.5, and number 5 you gave a 3. So
Yeah.
it was working out until that one.
It was. It's working out okay, but just got tripped up by Silence of the Lambs.
All right, let's see what I got. Return to Halloween Town, starring Marnie Piper, number
Justice.
2.
Justice for Marnie.
I'm gonna go number 4 on that. I can't write on this anymore.
She's the original actress was on an episode of there's a podcast I listen to
Hmm.
that it's just reviewing all it's reviewing DComs and also ABC, you know, the was it not DComs, but it was the oh shoot, what was like it's like the Disney original movies that they would have on Wonderful World of Disney. Like they would have a movie on Friday nights on ABC. I guess it would
Okay.
be Saturday nights. I don't know. It was Wonderful World of Disney. They would have movies during the summer usually. So I guess it would probably be Fridays in the summer. So they're reviewing like DComs as well as Wonderful World of Disney movies, and they had an episode where they interviewed her, and it was great. She just seems like a. I know we got those. We get the little keychain from her. I have it kicking
Yeah.
around here somewhere. But she just seems like a really great person. She's very fun and wholesome.
Yeah. All right, next up I got West Side Story 2021.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go number 2.
Okay. I think we both really loved that movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
So number 2, West Side Story. Number
Mhm.
4, Return to Halloween Town. Knuckles, the miniseries. Number
I
5.
think I know where
Number
you're putting that.
5.
Yeah, I think I know where you're putting that. That'd be number 4 for me. I like that show. Pistol Pete.
Well, I have my number 4 taken anyway, so.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Pistol Pete, though.
I bet.
Justice for Pistol Pete. Okay, what we got going on now?
Next we got Kutavam Shikshayam. It's got to be number 3. And unfortunately, I can't
Yeah,
put it
I
number
think-
1.
I think that fits. Okay.
All right.
Because I think we enjoyed the movie. It was just very dry. We didn't really have a whole lot to say
But
about
this
it.
last one has to be my number 1.
Yeah, it has to
which
be.
is-
Has to be great.
Frozen 2.
Okay.
Not the end of the world, but it's just not quite right.
Yeah. So it's interesting though. Frozen 2. I was talking with some friends of mine. They watch Frozen 2 frequently because they have 2 young children. And they've actually been telling me they watched the other one as well. They've been telling me that they think Frozen 2 is like great. They would even say that it's better than the first one, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
like really? I was like, there's
You love
there's
that
parts
movie.
of it that I think are there's parts of it that are like great. That's one of the ones that's like I think my review score would probably change over time, but they told me it's like you need to give it a watch again because like if you haven't seen it since the theaters, you should give it another watch just to like kind of reinvigorate that like whatever your opinions were on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my problem is that there's no villain. That's really maybe that's not really my problem. That's probably too reductive of a problem because there's movies that work without a villain. Yeah, I gotta watch it again for sure.
Frozen 2, I thought it was okay at the time, really. It was good.
Mhm.
Well,
Hmm.
so my scores for these: number 1, 7.5. Number 2, 8.5. Number 3, 5. Number 4, 6.5. Number 5, 4.5. So, a little mixed up in there.
That's a little mixed up. All mixed up, Zach.
But if someone saw this list, I wouldn't be mad at it. I could defend this
No,
list.
I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Your next top five here. First
Okay.
up, you got Good Will Hunting.
That's tough. That's really tough. Oh, I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna put that number one.
Yeah, I feel that.
Man, that's a good movie.
I love that movie, and still, yeah. There's so much to be said about that movie. But we had such a short review. I feel like.
I know. That was one of our first reviews, so
Yeah.
that's probably why.
But I love watching reactions to that movie, and I really love showing people that movie too. It's so good.
Mm.
Next up, you got Epic Rap Battles of History, Season 5.
One of the better seasons from memory.
Yeah, though mostly it's all like one big blob. It's basically how you feel about most of Epic Rap Battles of History in comparison.
I'm gonna put it at 3 or 4. I'm gonna put it at 3. I'm gonna put it at 3 to be safe. ERB season 5. Maybe I should have put that at 4, but I put it down already.
All right,
Here
next
it
up,
is in black and white.
you have Survivor on the Wii.
Okay, that's a 5. All right.
That's easy. It's like almost impossible for you to mess that one up. You'd have to only get Alien Origin. I think is the only thing rated lower than Survivor on the Wii. So you got a spread. You can even spread around. Next up is Shrek the Musical.
Okay, I think that's gotta go at 4. Yeah, it's going at number 4.
I think I got Survivor beat.
I think I got Survivor beat.
Yeah. Alright, and your number 2 will then be Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I think you did it, Alec.
I think I did it. I think I did it again.
Rating.
Hey, Shang-Chi.
Wow. So
it's very unfortunate because I sometimes forget that movie exists, and it's really good. I shouldn't forget that it exists. It's a really good Marvel film.
But that ranking feels just right, doesn't it?
It does feel pretty right. Yeah, it does feel just right.
You both the number 1 and 2 you gave a 9. ERB we didn't give ratings. Shrek the Musical you gave a 7, and Survivor you gave a 1. Pretty good.
Nah. That's probably pretty generous to Shrek the Musical, to be honest. But first half, I think the first half of it is really good. The second half kind of, it is what it is.
They had you in the first half. Not gonna lie.
They had me in the first half. NGL.
All right, my first one is The Godfather, Part 3.
Okay. Oh, and not the death of Michael Corleone. That's the.
Yeah. Important distinction. I can't write on this thing. Doesn't look nearly as good as yours. I'm putting it number 3. The Godfather Part 3.
Okay.
All
Fitting.
right.
3-3. There it is. You gotta show you how to make gnocchi. That's gonna happen here.
Next up, we got Metroid Dread on the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
That's pretty dang good. I've actually been meaning to go back to that because I never actually finished it myself. So I want to go back and beat that.
The ending is really good. It's a great game. I should go back. I want to go back. Because it's one of those games that's not very long, so like I could go back and probably just play through it again. It wouldn't take too long. That's very good.
Number 1, Metroid Dread.
Number 1, all right.
I'm going
You're risking it all.
1. Next up is Birds of Prey. Number 4.
I think I gave it a 7. I don't even.
I think we
Does he
both gave it a
deserve that?
7.5. I think that's
Yeah.
technically higher than
Yeah.
Godfather Part 3, but
Yeah.
I will put it a notch below it.
Which is pretty rough, honestly, because it is not a better movie than that. I'll tell you that right now.
Next up, I got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh no.
Okay.
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 It can really only go in one spot, right?
Number 2.
Yeah.
So far, that all feels right to me. Metroid Dread, Prisoner of
Yeah.
Azkaban, Godfather Part 3,
That all
Birds
looks
of Prey. Which means
I think
this
that
needs
looks
to be
right.
worse than Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
No.
Not
Well, if you
quite.
if you saw that list, you'd probably be like, "Oh, I guess they're just not a big Pirates fan."
Not
you
a
know?
Pirates guy, maybe be more into ninjas. And that
Maybe
old
more than
rivalry.
ninjas. Maybe he's and he likes incest a little bit too. I guess that's a little bit more than pirates.
But it's interesting mix. Metroid Dread, Prisoner of Azkaban, Godfather Part 3, Birds of Prey, and Pirates 1. So I think I give Metroid Dread a 9. Prisoner of Azkaban, I gave an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
Godfather Part 3, that was a 7. Birds of Prey, 7.5. And Pirates of the Caribbean, 9. So a little all over the place on this one.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like if we re-reviewed Birds of Prey, we probably would not be... Probably wouldn't rate it as high, but...
Maybe so.
I don't know. I remember so little about that movie, because it was like just before... It was one of those ones that was just before COVID.
I remember Ewan McGregor.
And I haven't rewatched it. I remember that. He's kind of a sleazy weirdo in that one.
And we love him for it. Yeah.
We do. We love him. We love him.
All right.
Okay. One more.
All right.
One more is good.
How many have we done?
This is kind of fun. I think this is 4 now.
Well, let's do 5 each
fourth
then.
one, I think. Okay, that works. This is fun. This is kind of a wacky little thing.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I think I gotta risk it all again. I think I gotta put it at number 1.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, we got No Way Home.
Next up, you have Barbie.
Okay.
You just make a bold prediction.
3.
You go number 5. All of the other ones are going to be like great movies, great stuff.
Yeah, it's just a tight spread. I'll put Barbie at 3.
Okay.
I do like Barbie quite a lot. It was a fun movie.
Yeah. Peter Pan and Wendy.
5.
We haven't had like one of those come up like when we only have like the number 1 spot left yet. So
yeah.
There's usually that opening.
And I can't
form.
get the. I'm trying to. Why can't I never remember how to? I never remember how to actually make the ampersand. Oh, there it is. Hey, I remembered. Ampersands are weird.
So you have Spider-Man: No Way Home at 1, Barbie at 3, Peter Pan and Wendy at 5. Next up, you have Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
I feel good about putting it at number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have the same ranking so far, for sure. But that means this has to be number 4 coming up. So we're looking for something better than Peter Pan and Wendy, but worse than Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I feel like I would put that above Barbie, though.
Yeah.
I might put that above The Force Awakens either. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, so not quite there, but...
Yeah, it wasn't quite there.
I believe that list, though. I would look at it and be like, okay.
Yeah.
If you see a list of 5 things, it's really hard to gather a lot of intel.
Those movies there.
It's like, do you hate Eternal Sunshine, or it's just not as good as the others?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like, but this guy's a big nerd. He likes these franchise films. Barbie, but he doesn't like this art, this high art. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's pretty good.
That's a pretty good list, though, I think, overall.
So this is my fourth list
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right. Next, first up for me is Hamilton.
Hey, the goat.
That's kind of like a free space, huh?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I don't think anything will go above it. Okay, my thing is not writing. Is the other side better? I don't know. But it's very faded. Number 1, Hamilton.
Yeah. I can sort of see it, at least.
Next
There's a million
up,
things he hasn't done.
That's true. Next up is Viking warrior women.
I love it. I actually like this stuff showing up again. That makes it actually makes it really funny.
Number 1, Hamilton. Number 5, Viking warrior women. This gotta be freebies, right?
Pretty much.
Hopefully.
Free space.
Next up is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for number 4 on that. Pretty mid, but
I forgot.
It could be.
I almost forgot that we reviewed the new one. I forgot. I almost forgot that we did. We reviewed the new one because that's how I like.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I almost forgot it came out this year.
But don't forget Afterlife.
Man,
the 2021.
stop making Ghostbusters movies. I remember that. That's Frozen Empire was the new one. But
so number 1, Hamilton. Number 4, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Number 5, Viking Warrior Women.
yeah,
Feeling good.
we gotta get some other good ones in here.
Next up is Ghostbusters 2016. Damn it! Damn
no!
it! What?
Damn it!
What? It literally did one. It's literally
unfortunate.
one above Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's number 3 then. I could make a case.
You could make a case. I would be
Honestly.
very. Hey, at least it's trying to be a comedy. You know, at least you go with that, right?
And for my number 2 spot, it literally just tried to do Ghostbusters Afterlife again. It literally picked. It's number 101 on the
There's a
list,
ghost.
then 100, and then 101 again. No, it can't do that.
You know, Zach, I gotta tell you, it's just a ghost. A ghost
a
in your
ghost.
computer.
All right.
Slimer's in
That
there.
means number
messing
2 on my list is, of course, Hybrid.
around. This is all.
What
This
a
is all
list.
borked.
Oh,
What a
man.
list, Hamilton.
A lot of
And a bunch of stinkers. Well, Ghostbusters Afterlife is okay, but
yeah. Hamilton,
it's just
number 1. Hybrid, number
Yeah.
2. Ghostbusters 2016, number 3. Ghostbusters Afterlife, number 4. And Viking Warrior Women, number 5. So Hybrid, you're not going to know what that is if you haven't seen on our channel. It's very
Yeah,
cheap, like low budget movie with like really bad acting.
It's like a Tubi film, except it was like probably on Sci-Fi. It probably is where it came from. Some
Yeah.
Canadian equivalent. I don't know. It was bad. It was a bad movie. It was very boring.
All right, that was a pretty wacky list.
that was a wild list right there, Zach.
So for Alex last
Like Hybrid.
top
What's Hybrid?
5, we got Survivor Pearl Islands.
Come on, baby. Come on. Number 1.
Come on. Yeah, we can't technically include
Yeah.
Survivor Micronesia yet because it hasn't been posted yet, so it's not on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 1, Survivor Pearl Islands.
Easy lock right there.
Next up is The Godfather Part 3.
Okay.
It likes that one. It likes it. The algorithm
Puts the lotion
likes
on
that.
its skin. It puts the lotion on its skin. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm gonna put it at number 4.
Big roll of the dice there. That means you only have room for 1 worse than Godfather Part 3, and you got 2 between Pearl Islands and Godfather Part 3. Next up is West Side Story 2021. It's back again.
Okay, we'll put that at number 2.
I feel good there.
Does feel good there. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. Next up is Ghost in the Shell.
Well, it's got to go at 3. I don't know if I would. That's pretty up in the air there. Because I would put that pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's like hand in hand. That's like these could easily flip. I think I probably would put that above that though.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's hard to say. It's close.
This one has to be the worst. Hopefully.
Yeah, it does. Has to be bad.
Luca.
I like Luca. So probably this with. I know you're not a big Luca fan, so
That would be the perfect
this list
ranking
is
for me
fine.
right there.
Yeah, this list is fine. I think I would probably in another world I'd probably flip Luca and Godfather Part 3. Well,
Okay, so interesting. So you gave it an 8.5.
what are my scores?
To Ghost in the Shell and Luca, and you gave a 7.5 to Godfather Part 3, and then West Side Story, I believe you gave a 9.5. I could be mistaken. That was pretty high.
Yeah. It's got the anime bias. That's
Yeah, you gave it a 9.5, West Side Story.
Yeah.
Survivor, you didn't do rating, but
it's actually it's actually fairly accurate, I would say.
It's a good list.
It's fairly accurate except for these bottom two, but all right. Cool beans.
All right, one more.
Interesting. It's interesting. I don't remember. I guess I don't remember giving Ghost in the Shell an 8, but I think objectively it's in there somewhere. But I think I find the themes and everything so compelling that it's one of those movies that I rewatch every so often. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what I get for my last ones. Black Mirror Season 1.
Ooh.
He loves the Black Mirrors.
The national anthem.
Yeah. It's a real pig fucking good time that season.
It is.
It's a good season though, but it's like 3 episodes.
Season, yeah.
It's like
So those freaking British seasons,
Yeah.
3 episodes, but we're good now.
Thinking number 2 or number 3. I'm gonna be optimistic and say number 3.
Yeah, 15 million merits in the entire history of you.
Okay, I can't do it on there. I'm doing it half-assed on this side.
Okay.
Number 3, I put Black Mirror. On Season 1, I accidentally wrote Season 3. Next up, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Okay.
How many Harry Potters can you throw at me?
Yeah, I didn't get a single Potter. No Potter on my end.
Yeah.
Potter.
I put it at number 2.
Okay.
Number 2, Order of the Phoenix. Number 3, Black Mirror Season 1.
Seems like a fair spot. Yeah, Order of the Phoenix, I appreciate a lot about that adaptation.
Yeah. Next up is Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. I'm not mad at number 4 there.
Yeah, I'm not either, honestly. That's fair. Do the same thing.
Which leaves us with the Alpha and the Omega.
That's true. The first and the last. What did we get, Zach?
All Good Things, starring Ryan Gosling. I'll put that at number 5. It has to be.
Yeah. It was an okay. Again, I think I remember saying more interesting movie or the story behind the movie is more interesting than the movie itself.
Yeah, and I want to see that documentary.
Yeah.
All right, so that means I could get a perfect list here if I just get something better than Order of the Phoenix. Come on.
Go on, yeah.
Survivor, Fiji.
Well. All Survivor's good, right?
Is the baseline Survivor better than Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah.
I would struggle to say so, but
yeah.
I I believe it. I could believe the
There it
list.
is. There's your
But
list.
I would, yeah, if I were to put
You
that
gotta.
somewhere, I would probably put that like third or fourth on this list. So, yeah, almost had it. Dang.
You almost got him. You almost got him, but it was not quite. Was not quite this day.
Well, that was
We
fun.
tried. That was fun. I actually I like how it becomes about there's a meta strategy. We're like, there are some things I liked better than this, and there's a higher chance of
Yeah.
this coming up,
And
and
it's always a gamble,
yeah, that's
really.
good.
You know, it's you're betting one
Yeah.
way or the other. But you could easily do this with other things. Like we could make a bunch of different stuff out of this, really, if you wanted to. You know, just have like
Yeah.
a list of games we both played in general, or like characters, or
Mm.
something. You know, something like that.
It would be kind of funny to almost do it with games that aren't games that we haven't played on our backlog.
Games
I
we
mean,
haven't
mine's like
played.
a mile long.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that would be really funny because it'd be like, hey, rank them.
Yeah, maybe we could make a series out of this. You know,
Yeah.
so to get a better marker, maybe clean this thing.
Yeah, I gotta kind of clean mine. Mine's got a lot of
mine's been
schmutz on it.
scuffed.
So
What the hell? Never had any problems with it before now. But yeah, I mean, they've been meaning to use these paddles more in general. There's a lot of different games we can do with them.
yeah, they're great. I love them. They're fun.
Dry erase paddles. But
The
yeah, so
vapors.
the way they were doing it was like literally like because it's like a competitive Smash Bros. Channel. So
Yeah.
they would do like characters. You have to rank the characters like how they are like on a tier list, but you just blind like given 5.
Pichu,
Yeah,
Ridley,
but it's fun.
King DDD.
Yeah, we'll see if pull out something crazy next year. Because it's always like a birthday video. You can make someone, we can make each other watch something that they would never watch or something. You know, I never really went that route with
It's
it.
true.
Or make you watch
You
something
could.
horrible. You know, something like that.
I'll make you
We'll
watch.
see.
You make you watch.
I'm gonna make you watch. That was that was fun. We'll definitely
Yeah.
see
that was
about
a good video.
revisiting this
That's
and
good stuff.
maybe make a series out of it. Yeah, call it what, like blind rankings or something like that. Get different concepts. You know, it would be fun to have like a guest on for this kind of thing. The only problem is they don't have the signature dry erase paddle. So
True. That would make it a
that's the
lot more
only
hard.
thing.
Well, I could.
We could do
one
it
of us
for
could
them.
do it for them. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
would be nice if they had one. It would be cool.
It would be.
But that would be fun, right? If you get a guest involved in
Yeah.
some
be
of
a good
these
time.
antics. All right.
Crazy antics of the Tarqaron hosts.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And this is just part 1 of our birthday trilogy. Okay. So next up, you'll be seeing either the birthday gift exchange or whatever Alec's birthday video is in some order. All right.
Yeah. There's some stuff has yet to arrive at my house for Zach, so I can collect it all together
Yeah,
and ship it.
mine's not finalized
So.
either, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. It's fun. Fun times. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to
times,
the
for
channel if you enjoyed. Like the video. Leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. How would you rank these lists? Were these lists good? How do you feel they turned out? Is Ghostbusters 2016 better than Ghostbusters Afterlife? Could be.
The world may never know.
If you enjoyed this video, why don't you go check out the birthday video? I think it was a birthday video previously where we did the Tarqaron versus the Critics video, where I had Alec
we did do that. Yeah.
guessing if
That
we
was
were
last
above
year.
or below the Rotten Tomatoes score with our scores. So that was fun as well.
That was fun.
And we've still
Yeah.
been meaning to do a part 2 on that as well. So we got a lot of ongoing things on this channel. It's a whole variety of content, from Survivor reactions and reviews every week to movie reviews to game reviews to discussions to podcasts to fun games and wacky shenanigans. We got it all. All right. And we thank you for joining us. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for coming and sticking around.
All right.